Can we try that again? There we go. Beautiful. So, that's working, I guess. And now, you know, we've got a nice little kitchen table here. We can even get sashimi going. Fancy. Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful home and our beautiful base where we are once more crazily out of wood as I have just scheduled a bajillion machines and flooring bits and everything, and nothing is really holding up anymore, but we've got tons of things in the queue and tons of things being made for us, including these beautiful mechanical frame saws, which should hopefully, quite crucially, get us to a very nice spot in terms of actually manufacturing things out of the logs that we collect. Well, what that is when we do actually catch up the things once more, but overall, quite happy with where that is going. And we also, of course, have got our beautiful set of fields going on up here. Most of the wheat production really being pretty much up to snuff in our case. We've got a ton of cereal planted and collected and everything in between. We've got a ton of straw as well, which is, you know, very much full, but at the same time, you know, this crafting chain up here is working out quite nicely for us indeed, and we've got tons of things to work with. Not really producing anything with that yet, but that is also soon to come. And then most crucially of all, we do finally have the machinery ready to go to actually start farming cotton, which is one of the main things we really need in order to go and move all of our colonists onto level 3 and get more colonist woof out of things than ever before. So we're going to go and work on that today, and we are also quite crucially going to work today on actually pushing the research that we are doing, because we don't have anything currently in the queue, so we do need to select the next thing right here, and well, then hopefully with a little bit of a boost in terms of woof generation speed, we will also get some more fancy technologies here very soon. But just quickly, before we do get started on all these topics, if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. That would really mean the absolute world to me. We're currently very hard trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and every single person just truly helps out a ton on that massive journey. So thank you so much if you did that. And without further ado, let's go and move on to another bit of research selected. I did accidentally already pick something out right here, which I didn't really quite mean to take, because I have got no clue what I just actually chose. But let's go through the options that we do still have. I mean, we do have a basic flooring here still, which honestly, I still don't really feel we need. I mean, here, this is cold, crude flooring. To me, looks like grass, to be honest. The other thing that we do have is the clay station, the pots and everything. Could be quite useful, in my mind, for all the recipes, to be honest. Because if we move on to level 3 colonists, what we have learned somewhat is that they do also need different levels of food, ideally. You can see that all these here come in these clay pots, so we probably need to make them in order to actually be able to feed our colonists, which, you know, the clay backbone we've already got going, but we don't have this part going right here. And then, apart from that, I'm not quite sure. We technically also have this, like, baking oven thingy, which I guess comes out of here. What sort of recipes we have then, if we actually need the clay stuff for that, would be a good question indeed. I mean, this bread here does make me feel like we don't necessarily need this kind of sort of stuff. We could have a look right here for how to make the dough, I guess, which doesn't seem like it's being made here. What do you mean, make the dough? What sort of tools do we have here? Let's have a quick look through this. So, food. I mean, for the quern, yeah, sure. I mean, we could probably use that. In fact, I'm actually going to go schedule this thing. Maybe on top of here, I guess. Not able to do that. Weird. So I guess we do need some space here, which, you know, will come in a second. The quern, generally speaking, makes a lot of sense, because we can actually make some flour out of what we produce here, so we should probably go and tackle that quite soon. I would assume that's not how you get the dough. Oh, we've got the kitchen table as well, of course. Now that one could actually be the answer right there. We actually need walls here. Walls slash flooring? Oh. Did I notice that before? I don't think so. Well, I mean, technically speaking, let's go. Quickly pull a few pieces of this out, because, I mean, we've got all the flooring, technically, to at least get that thing floored up. We don't have any bits of walls. So, I mean, that's a new requirement right there that we actually need to take care of. But let's go and place that at least on here. You can see. Still requiring the walls, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure if it needs to be like entirely walled in or what the deal is there, to be honest. But what do we need to actually make some walls? I guess like dry stone walls is what we can go for. Log walls, not really the way to go in my mind, because we've got way too little in terms of logs anyways. But this we can make happen. We've got the bots for it, so that's nice. It'll take a while, to be honest, but hey, I mean, we've got the backbone there at the very least to get things flowing, so that is most certainly nice to see, the very least. And then, but well, I mean, maybe we can have a look at that. So, I'm not quite sure we actually need the clay part, and while we're not sure, I don't think it's that pressing, because, I mean, the whole clothes and cotton backbone will take a ton of time, honestly speaking, so we can maybe look at something else. And we could. Oh, we should do this. We're going to do composting and fertilizer. This is actually a great idea. The reason being, we've got a ton of overflow on straw. And, well, I mean, what else to say? I'm guessing that we can probably just put that in there, get some composting going, and that way get fertilizer, which we can then get use to get even more yield out of the fields, which is, of course, glorious. We absolutely want and love that, and we definitely want to make that happen. So, I guess let's go for that one. It's also only 10k, which means it's one of the cheapest ones in terms of cost for us. That said, we need dung. I'm hoping that we can get dung from somewhere down here where the cows are at. Yes! Look at that. They actually left us some down there, which is beautiful. Well, the cow wants to give us milk, which is nice. I really also still want to actually grab ourselves some animals, I have to say. That would be absolutely beautiful. Some cows or something, a few chicken. Would be quite nice. Well, that's something for the future, I guess. Look at the amount of clay flying around here. I mean, there's absolutely nothing left to be collected. So, the pots, generally speaking, wouldn't be too terrible, I guess. But the thing is, we just really don't know how much we need it, right? So, at worst case, we'll just use the clay for something else at some point. That said, we've got some of the walls ready to go here, and we are going to go and pick those up, I suppose. Gonna go make some more, because I do have a feeling we will very much need more of these in the near future, and I mean, looking at things here, there's a lot of things finished anyway, so we may as well just clear up some space, make some more walls happen right there. Jeez, he actually made those quite quickly. And what I also then want to do is place the rotary quern here, actually make the bots throw some parts of that already as well, because we are definitely going to need that to make some food out of the wheat that we harvest here. So we do have a good bunch of walls now. The question really being, in my mind, oops. So I guess we don't have enough. Question really being, like, do we just wall it in like that? I suppose we need some sort of door, or at least door arch or something. I don't have door frames really. Does this count already? Does it need to be a door? I've got no clue in the world. I'm going to try and make one of these, and we're just going to build around there, see if it needs to be walled off or something. Maybe we also need to extend the flooring all the way out to below the wall. I mean, I'm supposing that may be the case. I don't quite know for it to count. What we do need to do, one way or another, is actually... I mean, this is honestly, generally speaking, not the best spot for all of this, but we're just trying things out here for a second, so it's fine. What we're going to do here is really quickly actually getting the bush out of the ground, because we need that space. That said, that has taken an absolute eternity. There we go, beautiful. So, what do we even do with our berry now? I don't even know. I guess, we can just... Right, we don't even have a seed in there. I don't know. We're just going to put it next to that. We can maybe use it eventually. Fine. Yeah, right. The stones, I guess we all put there ourselves. But okay, anyway. So, you know, that's that. Things are being built right here. We are actually missing fixing pegs. We could set up another bot real quick for that, for the assembly area right here. And we do also already have all this stuff ready, which is crazy. Let's go and tear all that down real quick. Well, except for this part. I'm sure we used up a ton of stones at this point as well. We can also just quickly take away all the flooring that's already done, you know. Make some space there amongst the ton and ton of blueprints that were out there. And then we're just going to go and finish up around here real quick, maybe? Nope, never mind. We are still not good to go. Insane. Okay, but this should give us enough now. We're going to go place the arch right here, I guess. How do I turn things? Undo, area select, move, duplicate. I mean, I guess... Ah, it auto turns it. Okay, cool. So, there goes another one element. I guess the second one should be good to go for us any second now. Yeah, I was kind of worried we were out of stones, but no. And now he's building a different one. That was not the plan, buddy. But hey, we can wait for him hopping on that for a quick second, and then we've got this thing going. Actually, I only needed to. Okay, yeah, looks like that's finished. I mean, the table apparently is absolutely messing up the wall design, which is kind of triggering me, so, let's move that. Why is it not connecting? This is triggering the heck out of me. Can we try that again? There we go. Beautiful. So, that's working, I guess. And now, you know, we've got a nice little kitchen table here. We can even get sashimi going. Fancy. But yeah, so dough... Oh, we actually need watery porridge for it. Why, that's good to know, isn't it? Okay, so we will need the... We will need the clay pots in the long run, I guess. But hey, that is something we need to figure out when the fertilizer stuff is done then, which is totally fine. As I said, I think the food part is literally the least pressing thing for us at the moment. That said, we do have a new bot here, and we will make sure to go and teach him the ways of construction work for us. We'll tell him to move to a fixing peg storage, take from that storage until his hands are full, and then find the nearest blueprint in a set area, repeat the entire thing until his hands are empty. And we do need to define the area that he's supposed to work in. It's always a 9x9 as far as I remember. So I guess... That's an 8. That's a 10. Ah. Is it that then? I guess it's that. 9x9. Makes some sense. So that's the plan for him. Repeat the entire thing and get going, my little guy. And then we've got the fixing pegs also set up, and that'll mean that we do have the rotary quern here good to go for us in just a second, which is awesome. We will then at some point also need to find out where the flour goes, if it's one of these silos as well, or if, you know, we actually use the boxes or whatever. But, you know, that'll come in a bit, I guess. And we do actually have some logs again, which, you know, is a good start, I guess. Little guy right here seems to be out of power, but he is getting recharged, so that is good news. And we are going to go grab ourselves a new little bot and continue, finally, work on the cotton field, I would say. So, all these guys being taken care of, we will go and teach this little guy to use our whole cotton thingy for us. So, you will take from the cotton storage here until your hands are full, and you will go and throw into that threshing machine rather, until your hands are empty. Then we get to the problem of picking things up, and this is, I think, where I go to the suggestion of some of you guys who've really suggested to me that a lot of these pick-up things you're already using separate bots for, instead of letting the bot do the entire chain from, like, taking things to producing things to picking them up to storing. You're literally just letting the bot pick up the stuff, producing, then there's separate bots coming on for picking things up. And honestly, I think at this point it makes a lot of sense, because you can see right here, out of one piece of raw cotton, this guy makes 3 pieces. So if I take him to work with full hands, He's gonna make like 12 bits here, or even more. I think he's gonna make 16 because he has 6 hands as opposed to me only having 4, right? Or spaces in his hands at the very least. So he's gonna make a ton, and he's not gonna be able to carry that all. And you would have to go back and forth like 15 times. It's a lot of complicated programming, or just like limiting on how much you can do at once. So I'm gonna take that suggestion from you guys that I've repeatedly heard of now, and we'll just tell him to only do this production stuff, and we'll have 2 separate bots go in and pick up the things, or 1, we'll see. Maybe we don't need 2. I think 1 is probably more than fast enough to pick up both bits of the equation, but we'll do that, and then let's see how that goes. So he can start doing that, and we will go and quickly grab another bot. Jeez, got a little bit of an issue right there. I think that may be the time to actually finally introduce redundancy to the whole recharging queue for the bots, but we'll do that in a second. First things first, we will tell this little guy to pick up. I mean, he's got 6 hands, right? Well, the thing is, yeah, I think we do need 2 different bots, or no, we can actually do. No, we're gonna do 2 separate bots, whatever. So find the nearest cotton lint in that area and pick up cotton on, well, and move to it and pick up the cotton until the hands are full, and then you go over here and you add to cotton lint storage, repeat the whole thing until your hands are empty. Boom, 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 repeat the entire thing forever. Go. Quickly, please. We've already got a huge tower. Oh my god, how's this one even holding up? Look at that insanity. It's literally a tower of cotton to space. Oh, that is bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, moving on from that one, we will also quickly need another bot to pick up all the seeds, because holy moly, this is a lot of stuff. Please quickly go and move here, find the nearest cotton seed, pick up cotton seed, repeat the entire thing until your hands are full. Then you go and put the cotton seed into here. You repeat the entire thing until your hands are empty, and then you repeat the entire thing forever, and then you get going very quickly, please, because, like, Jesus Christ, this tower. Oh my god. Okay, cool, but we seem to have survived the thing, because there's nothing left for this little guy in the cotton storage, or at least not enough to fill up his hands, so, you know, the tower is going to be shrinking again. And you can see right here, actually, how quickly the cotton lint storage fills up, which is also probably part of the reason is that we just don't have enough crates on there. So, you know, let's go and expand that. The thing is, well, maybe we need another storage, or, well, I don't know. The lint will kind of be piling up to space here, to be honest, quite quickly, because we've got so much more storage for seeds. I'm considering to shrink this down a bit, to be honest. I mean, I don't need 400 seeds. How many plots do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that is like 52 plots for cotton seeds. I think we're literally going to trim this down to 1 silo only. That way it's also aligned between the lint storage and the seed storage, you know, it's not going to be the crazy overflow like that. Well, at least. Well, the thing is, if this zone gets full, you know, that's the issue. But I think you guys told me that there was some way to avoid that. Let me see. Come here for a second, little guy, first and foremost. We need to empty his hands here real quick so he doesn't get hung up when we restart him. I think you guys told me that there was some way to avoid this thing just endlessly piling up. Because, of course, this guy's not going to stop. He's just going to keep going, and the cotton's, like the raw cotton's just going to keep flowing in. So eventually we'll actually have a tower to space. If we don't add a mechanic that does make him stop if this spot is full. So the question is, until something is full. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we can keep repeating, for example, until the lint storage here is full. And then he stops. The question is, does he start again when it fills up? Please let me know down below in the comments. Would love to hear about that. Because if he doesn't start back up, that could be a bit of an issue. If he does, that's the perfect solution. Because he'll just keep doing this until this is full. If it is full, he'll stop. The thing will not keep piling up. It'll be beautiful. So let's hope that that works, alright? We'll see. We'll see if that works. But cool. Now, speaking about this little misery down here, let's go and solve that for a quick second. And I'm really wondering, we're probably starting to drain storages a bit here again, slowly but surely, with all the bots we're pulling. But we'll see, we'll see. We should have a good bit of backlog, so hopefully it is quite fine. Bunch of bots down there also out of power, which is interesting. We will solve this crisis up here first, though. So, you, my little guy, will just find discharged bots in an area, move to the bots, and recharge them. And, you know, we'll pretty much just make them do the biggest search area that you can work on here. Maybe not going too far down so he doesn't go out of reach of his redundancy buddies, if that makes sense. But no, otherwise, totally fine by me. We'll just do that and keep repeating that forever, and good to go. Now we've actually got charging redundancy going on up here, because I think this guy's here for recharging as well, if I remember correctly. So now we should have that part of the list also checked off, I hope. Nope, he's actually not. Is this actually our only recharging bot up there? It's interesting. I thought we had one already. Well, you know, I guess the redundancy comes at a later point in that case. Cool, but, that said, still kind of want to get that thing going eventually, but it's not the highest priority for the time being, I guess. We do need to work on actually getting some cotton into the ground first things first. And also, very crucially, we do need... We could actually extend this area of operations to both of these, to be honest. Should we, or should we have a separate bot to bring tools just for the cotton field? I really wonder. Well, I mean, technically, the need is the same. The question is just how quickly do they actually go through tools, right? Separate question. Why do we have that little in terms of cereal seeds right now? I think we may have run into... Oh, yeah, because all the... Damn it. See, this is an issue when you run into situations like these where the watering bots stop working, but still, you know, the harvesting and everything keeps going on. We run into a situation where we're just low on cereal seeds, because, you know, the return is lower. So, a bit of an issue. We do need to move some stuff here over manually then, but I guess it is what it is. Fine by me. We'll just do that for a quick second. That should at least allow the fields to get planted quite nicely again. You know, the straw is slowly disappearing, but we can't really do much of anything about that. That's fine. We don't have the fertilizing stuff yet, so we can't really use it differently anyways. That said, what I do want to do, for the time being anyways, is I want to teach another little bot how to go and ho the fields for us. So, I'm going to go grab myself a hoe down there. We're going to go run all the way up there. And then we'll get a little tilling bot. He'll till the soil for us, get started on the whole cotton deal, because that's going to be a long process to set up as well. So, you, my little guy, just find nearest soil, move to soil, use held item, which is a hoe, and that's pretty much it. Except for the fact that we do need to make sure that he is only working right here. Cool. That's that. Repeat forever. Done. Then you, my little guy, get my hoe, and you can get started on that, because you have got a long journey ahead of yourself. Next deal that we need is going to be the planting part, of course, for all the cotton. So I will get that underway as well already. Yeah, we can get it underway, I suppose, so we can do the watering after the fact. The best part here being that the threshing's happening separately, so that's kind of making things easy. We should probably get a separate threshing process going down here as well, because that should hopefully make things a little more streamlined, and the whole threshing process with the flail is quite slow anyway, so we'll probably get that going as well. But that said, little guy, come here. You will go and not wait. No. You will move to that cottonseed storage. You will take until your hands are full from the cottonseed storage, and then you'll find the nearest soil tilled in a specific area, which is going to be this one right here. Beautiful. And you'll move to soil and use held item until your hands are empty. and then you repeat the entire thing forever. Good to go. Start planting some cotton. Absolutely beautiful. And there goes the cotton, all being planted, and the soil's being tilled. So, you know, that's the first part of the equation. Good to go. Now what we need to do is we actually need to get a bot to water all this stuff, or probably two again. We do need to get a bot to harvest the entire thing. And then we've pretty much got the chain complete, which is going to be beautiful. After that, I think the next plan is going to be that we actually get a threshing machine going down here for the wheat field as well, because the whole mechanism with the flail's just way too slow. And that we kind of just change the collection mechanism right there like that. And then, you know, we should actually be good to move on and actually use these products for something. So very much looking forward to that. For today, though, we've got to end it off right here. We're kind of already out of time, so I hope you all very much enjoyed the episode up until this point. If you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, of course, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon right next to it, in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes and in order to help me out on that 1,000 subscriber goal. Without further ado, though, as usual, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.